Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gaze. This is the Tyrant of the Dark Star Season 1 Talkback. Season 1 certainly was eventful, starting with all of our character prologues where we met everyone. Then everyone got thrown in jail, escaped jail, and then spent a bit of time in the quarantine section of the city and fought a mad scientist. Other things happened along the way, something, world ending in 7 months, something. But yeah, we are going to spend a lot of time answering the questions. If this is the first time listening to anything like this, we usually do just a Google form right around the time the season is ending for a few weeks to let people submit questions, and you can usually will always be available in our Discord or on any of our social media. So we're going to start with the first question from Rue Drogan. Yes. Doragon. Yes. I just know them as Rue. And the first question is, does Gravewing blink, or does she have those unblinking snake eyes? If so, is that why she keeps her bangs covering her eyes all the time?
Gravewing canonically doesn't blink, but has functional eyelids. Mm-hmm. And so she has to be reminded to blink, to which it's very slow. Sometimes it'll be like one eye that blinks and then the other. Gravewing just doesn't. Gravewing has functional eyelids, but just doesn't need to actually blink. Is that the reason why she keeps her bangs? Well, her bangs cover her eyes for a reason. And that's it. And that's all you get.
Maybe you'll learn more in season 2.
Can you imagine though she sleeps with her eyes open and then Laeth has to be like, oh no. And
just lays in bed, eyes wide open.
I doubt that'd be the most disturbing thing to Laeth, honestly.
Well, you gotta imagine Laeth is sleeping, turns over, and Gravewing happens to be faced over, and then boom, it's awake, but no, actually not.
It's like Pippin discovering Gandalf.
It's terrifying. Eye drops, I don't think have been invented yet, y'all.
I don't know if that's true.
Laeth tells Gravewing a bunch of secrets, but assumes Gravewing is awake because her eyes are open.
Yes, time for miscommunication with Gravewing.
It's the way that miscommunication would be solved so fast, though. Just, you didn't tell me that. When did you tell me that? Well, while we were in bed. I was probably asleep. I don't blink. It's the way that this would get solved so fast. Unlike y'all's, which took you 6 years in game or something. I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is yet.
Actually, Aki, I have a tick question, which means it's going to be very specific about the question and elaborate on it. Mm-hmm, so you said Moth Mom can blink but doesn't.
Yeah.
Does she have Brill covering her eyes, which is the scale casing that goes over the eyelids? Or does she have a set of secondary eyelids like a crocodile that blinks but is still transparent? Because eyes do need moisture or eyelids unless it's something's being blocked. So does she have a second set of transparent ones, or does she have the scales blocking it? How does it work on an anatomical level?
This is hilarious. I thought about this too. Second pair of eyelids.
Okay, so second set of transparent ones will blink, but not the main set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why she doesn't quote. Yeah, exactly. It's why she doesn't blink. She blinks, but she doesn't blink.
Mm-hmm.
But she does have that working pair, so she could close it. Okay. It's there. It's just she forgets.
Yeah. So it's like a crocodile, not a snake.
Little bit of that anatomy, yeah. But still it's still snake features.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm because a lot of fantasy animals will fantasy species will tend to take traits from others, because snakes don't have eyelids, because they have when you see a snake shed, the eye skin is there. They have scales over their eyes, and that's not something you can really add on something with human flesh on it. So it's it makes sense. It's another reptilian creature that you can take from more accurately.
Yeah.
I'm normal. I'm normal when it comes to animals.
Nah, man, we talk about, we have so much. I'm surprised. That's the only snake question. I can't wait for later if it ever comes up. I have a ridiculous amount of answers, and Tick knows that.
Yeah, I mean, the snake thing really came out late in the game.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
in
stuff
season
came out
one.
late in the game, season 1.
Yeah, there was
The
a
last
lot.
two
in those
episodes had a lot of reveals. The last
Mhm.
3 episodes had a lot of reveals.
Yeah.
Do you think we
you
should
know.
jump around for these questions since we have
Yeah.
a lot from each one? I think the next one in line is some question asker called Not Alyssa.
Yeah. Don't know who that is.
Yeah, Not Alyssa asks, what is Lou's dream date? Asking for a friend.
I think the friend would have to ask Lou.
Alyssa, are you not
instead
Alyssa's
of
friend?
nachos? Give me a second. But what
Hold
if
for
the friend
cookies.
historically is bad at talking to Lou and bad things happen when they try?
I can't imagine who you're thinking of. I don't know. On the proper one before, so anyone would be a dream date. Maybe like one of those funky natural history museums that have a lot of bugs in them. Bones.
Does Noxlight have like haunted walking tours, or is just sort of the whole city a haunted walking tour?
I think they just have walking tours.
That's just coffin walk.
They're just walking tours, and they happen to
They're always
already be
haunted.
haunted.
Coffin run, coffin stroll,
Coffin
one
walk.
of those.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's just there's no such thing as an unhaunted house.
That's so true.
Lore drop.
Not a lore drop on fucking like every house I personally believe is haunted, especially like in North America and in Asia. North America, it's all stolen land. It's a certain level of haunted that it'll never
Yeah.
be unhaunted.
Do you think the ghosts are single and ready to mingle?
Probably.
Not
Who
for
wants to
you.
pick the next question?
That's fair.
Are we popcorning these?
Yeah, we're popcorning these. That's why I made them easier to read.
Okay. Ultimate Columbo Respecter asks, was the district under quarantine so the party wouldn't just nope out of an undead infested city again, Aubrey?
Shut up.
Yes
Shut up.
and no. I had it definitely the under quarantine helps that you don't just being like, oh no, fuck this shit, we're out. The infamous rewrite in mid season 1 of Bach. But it most definitely was. It was even part of the original story when I started making this because I wanted essentially a controlled area for the first season to just sort of give time for the characters and all the world building and everything. So it's not just like everything all at once. And then once season 2 rolls around, that's when like the city opens up and there's a lot more to do. And it's going to be a lot more player focused rather than season 1 was very story focused.
Okay, I'll do one because we've talked about this before, so I think it'll be fun to say it for other people. From Nebula, do you think your Todd's characters would get along with your Bach characters? Why or why not? Yes, but in different reasons. At least as far as Dumisa and Lou go, yeah, they'd get along, but they would have a very different view of their relationship with each other.
Tell us about Dumisa for people who have only listened to Noxlight.
Oh my gosh. Are there people who've only listened to Noxlight? That's really fun,
There probably are.
Dumisa is my character from Bach. She's a barbarian lesbian woman who's very large and buff and strong and hits people with swords and kills them a lot. Anything else? I guess you have to watch Bach or listen to it anyway. But she would find Lou entertaining but confusing. And Lou would think of her as her new best friend. But in fairness, Lou thinks of everyone that way. So
Very
Listen,
fair.
Dumisa is the type to see a cute bard and immediately fall head over heels, okay? Like, shut up.
she's busy. She's busy being, spoilers for Bach, being super engaged Double engaged, even.
I was gonna say she has
She's already
her
got two
own
partners.
Exactly. She already has the cute pink fun bard has been claimed. If Juiza's gonna get another partner, it can't be a duplicate.
We need variety
dupes
in this
clause? We
polycule.
got the dupes clause in box.
Yes. No duplicates, only originals.
Oh, so like someone with, No, wait, this is the opposite of what I was wanted.
Huh?
I was going to
Keep
say someone
going.
with white hair and top surgery. Seems right up
Nope,
your
we
alley
got one of
now.
those too. We already got one.
We got one of those.
We already got one. That spot is also taken.
Yeah, see, look, no Lou, no Lay. We throw in Marrow there, no Marrow.
Get out of there.
I think Joanna, which is my monster hunter character from Redacted. Even though you find out about that the second episode, you see Joanna as not even a main character.
Yeah.
You'll have to listen to Bach, but I think Joanna and Eurideux would. I don't think they'd get along. Joanna would obviously see oh, you could be my kid for Eurideux, but they're both monster hunters in different aspects. There would probably be I think respect, but not get along.
Are you saying Joanna wouldn't like someone who could potentially be her child?
I don't know why you would phrase something just like that.
Wow, would she not like them enough to shoot them?
Would she abandon their ghost?
Don't worry about what Alyssa said on my mic. No, there's a difference between seeing someone that could be her child's age and someone that could be her child. I think if anything, Joanna would probably get along the most with Mothmom.
Yeah, same vibe.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so I don't think Mothmom would necessarily Mothmom would not dislike Estrella. It's just Mothmom would not go out of her way to befriend Estrella because she'll look at Estrella and be like, that is a child. Even though actually age-wise, there's a gap, but it's not crazy, not as crazy as you'd think. She'd probably look and be like, that's a child. I don't want to talk to children. This is weird. Just kind of that vibe. I do think Estrella would find Mothmom very, very cool. Though Mothmom has a very long career as a vigilante. That's just dope. That's just dope. How do you avoid the cops? Tell me. It'd be that kind of vibe. However, season 4 spoilers, I think Estrella would be genuinely mistaken by everybody in the Todd's party for a certain someone.
Did you say who Estrella was?
Estrella is a half-elven bard. She's super pink. She's super pretty. She is the reason why season 1 got rewritten halfway because I spearheaded the let's run away part and then I gave you guys 2 very good reasons. 1, this is the government's fault, and 2, we're level 3. So it worked. That's it. I think that's it. That is the non-spoilers of Estrella. That makes sense. Yeah. Then season 4 Estrella, I think everybody in Todd's would mistake her for something else. Someone else, I should say.
Can you type in the chat because you're putting down plenty of hints and they're going over my head like baseball.
Yes. Yeah, I'll put it in chat so that way we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Alyssa
okay,
just
thank
put
you,
it.
Alyssa.
Yeah. It's a very on the nose. It's very, very on the nose. So if you know, you know. And if you don't, ask me about it in our Discord. Go join our Discord just to ask me this question and I'll answer. You wouldn't be wrong with that answer, by the way, and I'll just type why, but somebody else go.
Yeah, I know. I just straight up forgot the other option. Sorry, Sparlock, you can go.
No worries. I heard my name and I was trying to find a place to sneak in. So Groon and Alistair is an interesting combination. I think Alistair would be like really interested to find out about Groon's magic and then realize she's an idiot.
Aww,
I think Groon and
Like-
Alistair is possibly the most chaotic, positive combination of characters.
Oh, yeah, they'd be like, on the one hand, they'd be great to each other. On the other hand, there's very different levels of intelligence. So I don't know how that mix would go.
with all love and respect to both characters, because I love them both dearly. Pinky and the Brain.
Oh my god.
Pinky and the Brain.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I can see that. And yeah, there's a lot of like very awesome people with like mismatched relationships and friendships like that. So I don't know how it would go. I'm just imagining that first, like, oh, you have like this type of magic and that type of magic, and you do magic like this, and what's this about like various conspiracies in the world, like from the insider's perspective, like, but then the realization dawning that, oh, you okay. But they wouldn't be like antagonistic. I just don't know if they would be like best buds. But they definitely share a chaotic energy that comes from me not being able to separate my own energy from my characters.
Would Alistair... my opinion is that Alistair would love the season 2 plot twist of Bach about the deities. Is that correct? Would Alistair just love that whole concept?
Oh, yes. Like so much. That actually goes into one of the later questions that I was looking at. So I won't say too much about that for this one.
You can ask it. Oh, wait, we haven't gone through everybody
We
yet.
have-
Hold
we
on.
have two
Hold
more
on. Hold on.
people.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait. I got
God
excited.
forbid. to that.
We have riots. Come on, we're out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
I will posit that a sleeper chaos duo would be Laeth and Tamsin. Tamsin was my wizard in Bach, very knowledge hungry, we will say. Enjoyed secrets muchly. Had a rogue archetype. So, she and Laeth have that in common. And I think that they would enjoy each other a lot. Obviously, Laeth would have a bit of an issue because 1, Tamsin is secretive, and 2, Tamsin is a mother figure. So that would be rough. But once they got past that, I think it would be good. I think that Tamsin would like Laeth a lot, actually. Would be kind of exasperated, but would enjoy her.
How would Tamsin and Laeth discuss relationships?
I mean, you could argue, if you so desired, that Tamsin and Amitis might have had a similar... No, you couldn't argue it. I tried. I tried, but you couldn't. They could talk about yearning together.
I
That's
just
so
imagine
fair.
the meme where Laeth is like, gee, Tamsin, why do you get 2 wives?
Spoilers on who?
I will not be elaborating on that statement.
Yeah, that's all we got to say. All right, Tick.
All right, I have to unspoil this. So, context on my Blood of Kings character. Mira was a wonderful monk with a rogue archetype who went out to explore the world from the underworld, whose dad is the god of death and mom is the registered first MILF of this entire game. First, not only. And as the game kind of goes on, they start to kind of learn things about the world and become more wizened outside of the like initially just very, very cheery, oh my god, is that a tree? I haven't seen one of those before. And also really loves collecting bones. And I think personally, Nihil and Marrow interacting is how Marrow gets an actual autism diagnosis, because when you put two autistic people in the same room, they immediately become best friends no matter what the circumstances are. Like, they both be weirded out by each other, don't get me wrong. Marrow collects bones, Nihil's is cannibal, but when you take the autism and you combine it, they immediately start to vibe without hesitation. Aki, you know this. I immediately started vibing with your sister about Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. It doesn't stop. Instant friendship. So, like, I guess that's how Marrow gets the fucking autism diagnosis, because Nihil would call them out on it. Like, oh my god. So that's what it is. And that's how autism gets brung into the Blood of Kings universe.
That's very funny. I think that would also be, I think mechanically, all of our characters together is deeply terrifying.
Next question. Who wants to read the question?
Sparlock, if you want to go for the one you're pointing out.
Yeah. Is there a particular order to the questions?
No,
Not
just
really.
pick,
We're just
pick
kind
one.
of jumping around.
Okay, so there's this one question. There's a brief discussion in the Discord. Maybe I want to plug the Discord. Great place.
Plug.
About getting our BOK characters isekai'd into the new campaign. But what about the other way? If your campaign 2, are we officially calling it in this the Tyrant of the Dark Star?
Yeah, that or Todd's is how we've been shortening it.
Okay.
Is just
We've also called it Noxlight. We've called it Noxlight, Tyrant of the Dark Star, and Todd's.
Yeah. All acceptable.
All right. So if your Noxlight character has been isekai'd into campaign 1, what happens?
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut in because this is the exact thing I had an answer for. I think if we all got isekai together, it would start out as a horror campaign as the Star Mother begins to hunt us down, not out of like brutalness or evil, but because we're all cursed. And every time the word curse is mentioned around Estrella, she fucking materializes from around the corner ready to fix it. So I'm convinced we're hunting them down.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. They added more things to make a curse breaker so much more easier. So fucking about to boomer Estrella here, okay? Back in her day, she was doing it real fucking hard. Now it's very easy. Y'all are cursed. Half of you are cursed. GG. Done. You're not. Half a season.
I
Half
do
a season.
I
That's
do
how long
want
it would
to
take.
think, what will we say that our Todd's characters get isekai'd into season 4 Bach or season 1 Bach? Because
Season
that
1.
also completely changes everything.
If it's season 1, we go to Obara and the Todd's crew takes care of it.
Yeah.
Because we're not afraid of ghosts or zombies.
We ain't afraid of no ghost.
Season 1, we're taking care of the one. We got Mothbomb on our side. We're ready. We're like, I don't care that we're level 1. We're dealing with this bitch.
Oh my
The
god.
Bach crew goes to show up Obara later, and it's just done. It's handled. And we're just chilling there like, can we go home now?
No.
There's
Wait, hear me
sunshine
out.
and it's weird. Can we go home?
Hear me out. Sorry. Hear me out. Aubrey, you had like a secondary plan for the campaign where it was supposed to be like kind of chasing after dragons and dragon cults. The Blood of Kings gang would do that plot as in originally planned, and the Tyrant of the Dark Star gang would do the plot that we actually did with the whole revolution against the gods, because we're already studying a revolution. What's another revolution?
what's 2 revolutions?
Exactly. We're really good at studying revolutions, you know?
I think the Todd's crew just kind of taking care of Obara would be very funny. I think also it would just be, if it was season 1, my brain just stopped. Season 1 Bach. Where would our characters go? Like, I think Eurideux would seek out the only like the biggest gun makers in Cyrene, which would be Osheim.
Yeah.
I guess like learn about Amidas first, and it's like suddenly their kid shows up. It's like, oh, your mom owns this school. She paid my tuition. I just showed up and it kind of worked out.
I think the funniest thing that could happen with like Noxlight getting isekai into Bach is if the Noxlight got isekai directly into Obara at its most haunted from the Ghoul Town. So we go from Ghoul Town straight into more Ghoul Town, and we don't know we got isekai until we get out. Because it's dark, it's underground, there's no sunlight, and we walk out and there's a sun. We're like, oh, we solved the Tyrant problem.
GG.
and then we wouldn't know until we got to the nearest town either, because there was like thick woods.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And and Lila wouldn't be in the cottage to tell us anything either. We would be lost. we would be very, very lost. Thick woods. We're gonna think we're in the wrong side of town. Like it's hilarious. Though I do think as soon as Obara bullshit is done, it would be for Moth Mom, it would be nothing but go home. Mm-hmm. Because like the rest of y'all have shitty families, I guess. I don't.
Nonsense.
So that would be my entire mission. Go home.
No, same for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
which would take you to Kyria, because she could send you
it
home.
would.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is, so like Joanna had very good reasons to not immediately go home. Mm-hmm. Okay, a lot of us had very good reasons, and I'm pointing at Joanna specifically because it would be I think Joanna's case for wanting to go home is very similar to Moth Mom's case. However, Gravewing wouldn't be buying any of this god bullshit. In fact, Gravewing would in fact beat the shit out of the nearest fucking god to prove a point, and they'd be like, "So send me home, or the pain never stops. I won't kill you. You'll get better, and then it'll get worse because I'll just find you instead." It would be 100. This would go to a different type of genre where the gods are like, help.
It's suddenly John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Alistair would have a field day with all the conspiracy theories about the gods in the early seasons.
Oh,
like he would be on a street corner, like the gods are stealing our souls.
I just realized something that you guys brought up, because like you're getting into now. I would have a fucking field day with a much more accessible food options, because
oh no,
now would be so happy. Now it's gonna be cooking everything.
Oh, that food. I thought you meant like eating people. Like there's more people to eat.
No.
That's also no, you gotta understand, it's also accessible. We ran into a lot of questionable people that we wouldn't miss.
And
but also there's something hardcore about Nihil eating a god.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see you.
Would a god be more filling than a mortal? Like after they've lost their god power, and assuming their body stayed intact because they didn't always.
Does it add to the flavor,
turn
Aubrey?
into like dust? Or like gold motes?
I think a lot of them did because they were gods for so long.
They just withered.
Yeah. So now I would have to eat them alive.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I mean, they can do that.
In a fight.
That's not a problem at all.
A fight, right?
In a fight.
I think we all answered, right? All right, we're gonna move on.
I will say, I did not answer. I will say really quick. Laeth and Heron could be really bitchy gay best friends. And
Yes.
it would be fun.
Heron would get with Laeth in the end. Let's be realistic. Let's be so fucking realistic.
Oh my god.
I see it so well. Y'all would be each other's rebound, and then you would be each other's end game by accident. You are the oh dear. I don't think Laeth would say no if Heron was like, you Do you
Yeah.
want
you
this
want to be
kingdom?
other ruler? Do you want to be queen?
If we
Aaron's
get
so desperate for a queen.
if we get to
Buddy.
Bach season
Buddy.
1 first, and we end in Obara, I think the captain may get stolen by someone before they meet Estrella.
There's a very good chance because Estrella wasn't having the captain either. Estrella wasn't
Yeah.
having either. And the captain tried to chase for her.
Yeah,
And this
exactly.
is after she called him boring. She said that the ship was haunted, and that's why she didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
She told him to paint a picture of her because it would last longer. Like she was mean. When you think about it, she was like not having it.
I'm just saying Yuri and the captain would be S tier.
No, you're right. You're so right.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys would have lasted though. I think the captain would have been like X33 or something like that.
If anyone could fix Yuri, it's the captain.
That's real, yeah. And also Estrella's curse
Because they
magic.
already fixed Dumisa.
Yeah, but with Dumisa, it was within a span of base in game a year, out of game like 3-4 seasons like that.
Mhm.
The captain had to start liking the party first.
Yeah.
And disrespectfully, Yuri's so fucking unlikable.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yuri as they are right now is rather unlikable. I think that's why I'm like you guys might be one night stand and then you'll show up again and be like, all right, let's fix you. But like like it'll be like that, you know?
It'll be on again, off again, off again, off again, on again, off again, then on again.
And then on.
I think you had a question, Naki.
I was gonna say we're gonna move on because
Yeah.
I think everybody answered, and we cannot stay on this damn question.
Nope.
We would
But
though.
we got like
will not,
eight.
but Aki,
We
I
love
want
this
you-
sort of thing. We talk about
Aki-
it in our channel all the time.
Wait, Aki, I have an assignment for you now.
Oh
Here.
I want
boy.
you to know. I want you to assign the Tyrant of the Darkstar parties. Who do you think they would like get best with out of the NPCs of Blood of Kings? Like, because we already went
Laeth and
Aaron
Heron.
Laeth, and I'm so curious. Type it in the
Laeth
chat.
and Heron.
No, I want essays in the chat. I know we have to move on.
Oh, you want essays in the chat? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give you essays
Because
in
I'm
the
sorry,
chat.
we got to move on. But I'm like, I have to.
Yeah.
Tick or Alyssa?
I already picked one.
Okay, so Tick, you choose.
Oh my god, I have to make a life choice.
Also,
yes.
that last question was from Nebula. Please read out who gave
Yes.
the questions.
Yes, thank you, Nola.
Let's see. These are all really good. Well, Aki's writing an essay right now, so I'm going to pick this one. From Nebula. If you had to swap playing characters, i.e. Sparlock now has to play Nihil, Aki now has to play Laeth, etc., who would your first pick be? Which is a really good one, actually. I like this one.
That's not fair that they stole like my immediate answer.
Okay. Sparlock, you playing Nihil would be a treat.
Yeah,
That would be
it's, I think on some levels, me and Tick have a similar energy.
Oh, yeah.
So
I am loud autism and you are quiet ADHD.
I think playing Lou for me would be very fun. I really love thaumaturges. Like the concept is just so fun for me. As I think playing just like Midwestern lesbian that loves curses and stuff would be great.
That's really funny because my first pick would have been Yuri because Blood Hunter, Gunslinger.
we just
Come
switch
on.
characters.
We just switch characters. We do a body swap episode now.
Oh gosh. Wait, no.
I'm kidding.
I think that Yuri would be the most in my wheelhouse, but Lou would be very fun to play a bit outside of it because I also love thaumaturgers and bards. So
Mothbomb is definitely my second pick, though. And the only reason it's not my first pick is because, like, up close fighter, very close to Dumisa.
I honestly just can't play responsible woman, so quite frankly, I could not play Mothmom.
The thing is, my very first Pathfinder second edition character was Monk. Which I played for like a year and a half. And so like I've been trying to, every time I make a Pathfinder second edition character, I'm trying to do different classes.
I do also think Alistair would be fun.
Yeah.
They would all be fun in different ways.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about this one all day, actually. I think Laeth. I play Laeth because Laeth has all the story beats that I want. Like I would genuinely enjoy it. But build wise, I think I would play Lou because I have never played Thaumaturge, and Lou is pink, so I'm biased immediately. So there is a vibe there that I like. Okay, Aubrey, you might have to cut this next part out. We already know that Lou is multi-classing at the Bard in season 1. Do we know that? We do, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't have to cut this out. It's the fact that you're not like you haven't had the chance yet, but like you could be a dramaturge for real, like the mechanic, like that. That's as a thaumaturge bard, you could just literally be a dramaturge. You're also an occult nerd, so like you actually could lean super hard into it and call yourself the dramaturge and just fucking like throw your feathers around and shit. Like you can, there's a lot. There's a lot. I've been meaning to tell you this. I just keep forgetting.
Think about that
because your build is literally that, and
yeah,
like you could lean the fuck in. And I think you'd enjoy that
because it's Enigma bard too. That's the muse. That's
what I was saying. You're literally the build is there. Dramaturge, be a dramaturge. Do it.
I have been before.
Exactly.
Just because I thought it'd be funny. It'd be like if I had to play one of the party, it would either be Lou or Laeth. Both are kind of in the general like wheelhouse of character archetypes that I enjoy playing. I like playing Sad Wet Cat and Feral Gremlin.
Yeah. Tick, Alyssa.
Yeah. I'm gonna go first. Fuck you, Alyssa. Honestly, Laeth is my first pick because, again, she is a fucking degenerate. She is a nasty little rat that loves to collect little secrets. She is just a little guy. And honestly, I don't care about her mommy issues. I just want to be a terrible person in the background. You know, like, I don't need mommy issues to be a shitty little rat, you know? Speaking of rats, Alistair's my second choice because he's quite literally a rat. And also, I could make Alistair so autistic in the best way. I could give him such a niche obsession with cheese. It's not even funny. And quite frankly, I am ready. I am ready to take the little rat and be like, it's time for me to have every brain cell. And it's all focused on one weird thing.
I actually already answered, so I answered before you, so fuck you, Tick.
Oh.
What did you answer? I already Oh, right. Laeth. Lou. You're Laeth. You wanted to play Lou. That makes sense. Aubrey, you choose now.
Yeah. This one is like a fun mechanics question from Rue. How are you guys incorporating the Pathfinder Remastered into the game when not all of the updated classes and archetypes are released when you started recording? Will we see changes in season 2 or beyond as the remastered classes and archetypes come out? If so, what changes? I think when we started recording, Player Core 1 was out or almost out.
I think the playtest was out and then officially came out like mid-season 1.
Yeah, I think it was mid-season 1 when like it officially came out. So a couple of people did a sort of little rebuilds of their characters as the new stuff came out.
I was so excited when Player Core 2 came out and it had that new investigator feat that lets you get the like free action once per 10 minutes to set someone as kind of your temporary person. And while we're talking about things we're going to change it, I haven't been giving people flat-footed with my devised stratagem like I can. So that will be coming up different, but that won't be because of the Core 2 remaster. That will be because I am a not smart person at all times.
It makes you feel
Investigator
better.
is such a involved class.
I didn't even have all my ability points, okay? For all of season 1. So, don't worry about it. I did worse.
Can I say my answer now? Because I think it's the funniest one.
Go ahead.
Sure.
There was a Pathfinder remaster. I'm being serious. I'm not joking. I did not know there was a remaster.
Yes, my dear. Yes.
That's what
But-
I was
That's
talking
what
about
you've
in the
been-
row chat, a lot, because it affects my
Oh.
character a ton
I
there.
was like, I thought you just wanted to use some weird supplemental material. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but sure, have fun with that, I guess. I'm just gonna glaze over it. It's not relevant to me.
Not been
Sorcerer,
remastered yet?
Sorcerer was updated
Mm.
with the original first push, so
Okay.
Tick didn't have to change anything. Because
Okay.
Tick just
Yeah,
straight up
and-
made the character play it. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because the bloodline that Tick uses is completely homebrew.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
a
it's
lot of
like-
I'm going to go in and bring it into parity with the rest of the Sorcerer remaster stuff at some point. It's just finding the time to sit down and do that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, yeah, I'm also using third party. I'm using the Blood Hunter, which was brought into Pathfinder in second edition, but not remaster. So I imagine, especially if has Gunslinger been remastered in Player Core 2? Probably not yet,
It
right?
is not.
No.
Yeah, I probably won't see it until some of the later books where they're going to be doing the other classes as well. So
Yeah.
I'll see. I imagine most of the remaster stuff, in my opinion, has been great. It just changes core mechanics, so it'll be a change in how they use it.
Mhm.
We should probably also parody the Blood Hunter to remaster as well. I don't know how much will change, but it'll be good to look at it.
It's because it's like a bit of a fighter gunslinger to sort of look how fighter has changed and see how that might affect. Even though I don't think fighter really changed all that much.
I think they probably did a lot of feat changes, but I think that's it.
Moth Mom has not been updated yet because Player Core 2 was released, and that covers most of Moth Mom stuff, excluding Kineticist, because Kineticist I think was made with OGL in mind. So there's not much to change there. I do plan on updating Moth Mom's sheet properly, but literally on the next level up, because I rather just continue to play it as it is for now, and then on the next level up, because I actually could not add Moth Mom's very specific ancestry feat yet, because Tien Sha character guide didn't come out until recently. So there is a lot of that. That a lot of things have to change for Moth Mom on a different level. So I've decided on next level up to do so. I'm currently still playing her. I guess pre-remastered is the best way to explain it. So yeah.
I think you might have misspoken or I misheard. Did you mean that the Kineticist was made with Orc in mind?
Orc, yeah, not OGL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Orc
I
in
just
mind,
wasn't
not
sure
OGL,
whether
my
I
bad.
misheard or you misspoke. I mean, they sound so similar. It's like 3 letters that begins with an O.
Literally, yeah. I'm mixing. I mix them up very frequently. But yeah, Kineticist was made with Orc in mind. So I don't gotta change much of that unless they decide to one day pull something new out of their ass, which then I still don't think it'll affect me much. Because I'm only multi-classing into Kineticist.
Yeah, I don't think Thaumaturge was updated yet.
I also don't know if Thaumaturge will be, because it is not a class that was covered under the OGL. It was a completely new class, so it didn't use any like mechanics that were under that. I think it might get like a parity update, because I think in Player Core 1 they have like a bit of errata for some of the classes. It's more of like, okay, these are the terms in this class that are changing.
They've announced some soft updates. Like I know they're re-releasing was it the Treasury book?
Yeah, I think the Treasury book is getting a reprint with a bunch of errata in it. So, and then there's the Divine book that's coming out soon. That's going to have a lot of stuff as well. I think a lot of stuff for Oracle and Cleric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oracle for sure is getting updated, as you know from Redacted.
Yep. Hey, we play with a lot of the new stuff in Redacted.
We do. Mm-hmm. You'll be hearing about Redacted soon. By the time this comes out, I think actually, hopefully.
By the time this comes out, that's a high maybe. That's a high maybe. We have nothing done for Redacted.
I know. I said that. I'm like, huh. I know it's like 2 months from now, but also, huh. So yes, we probably will be seeing changes at one way or another. I think I'm going to choose one now.
No, I haven't chosen yet.
You haven't chosen yet? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was too busy writing the essay.
Go.
Because we haven't done any of Proxy's questions, so I'm gonna pick Proxy's.
Yeah.
And also because we're on Mechanics Brain, I thought this one might be fun to ask. From Proxy, with hindsight, is there any way you would have played your character differently in season 1?
Probably.
No, I think I was perfect. Actually, one thing I would change, actually show up for the finale where all the lore gets dropped. That's all I would change.
That's so funny, Tick. Oh my god.
I would have liked to have built the character correctly the first time. With all the points distributed.
Jeez Louise. The whole campaign one.
I was 3 points short. 3! That's a lot when it comes to abilities.
I kept being like, something about your build feels weird, and I could not tell. And then it was beginning of our season 2 recordings when you went, oh no, and I went, oh. This
finally did the
makes
math.
so much sense.
It took me a whole season to do the math, but I did finally do it, and the results were disastrous.
It's fine. Somebody's got to nerf themselves every season, campaign, whatever. So mechanically, Moth Mom, no. I think I did everything well down to the many reveals. Like, I'm a part of the reveal circle, so I think I did that well. I did that the way I wanted it to. Personality, so I actually switched it originally. So one of Moth Mom's touchstones is Kratos from God of War, specifically God of War Ragnarok, in 2018. She was gonna be more like tough, silent type. And then I asked Aubrey, hey, it makes sense that they would like strip her down to nothing because of how genuinely dangerous Moth Mom is, both build wise and like reputation. It's just going to be weird if she's just silent and basically naked. She'd just be like the wretched tarnished, you know? Like it would be, that's so weird. I wore a bag on my head for most of like the first episode too. That would have been weird. Like, do you talk?
It would have been such a creeper.
The strong silent type doesn't always work in an audio medium.
It doesn't. And so I decided to go with her other touchstone and kind of mesh it together. Her other touchstone, also from God of War, is Freya. who is a lot more talkative and but still like strong and well-meaning and stuff. So that's what I would do. Low key, I would still prefer the strong silent type, because that would be a very big change for me. However, it just didn't fit this time around, and it's not like I dislike what Moth Mom has become, because I still think she is strong and still quite silent. She's just way more talkative than I thought she would be. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted her to be like aggro, where it was like, no, and that's it. You don't fucking talk because mom said no. Instead of, no, dumbass, because that's what she is now. So yeah, that would be my only change preference. But at the same time, I'm happy with what I have and with what she is. Because now I get to do things like torture Laeth mentally by calling her a good girl. Strong silent type mom would have never. So yeah, that's my changes.
If I were to play Yuri different, I think I really like mechanically where I was. I think some of the Blood Hunter stuff I underutilized, like blood curses. I didn't add them to my character sheet for like 6 sessions, I think, because I just simply forgot. And then I used it against like the golem. We went to the mansion and it instantly didn't work. So I'm like, I'm going to use this action economy different. I don't know. I like how I did season 1 with Yuri. I also like the partial reveals or the reveals I did. Because I don't think Yuri would have done like the last episode, our last fight transformation any other place and feel good about it. Not that they felt good about it there. I think I distinctly said that all their bones break and rearrange in both ways. So I think I would have had more in-character beef with Laeth, and that's about it.
Yeah, I ended up accidentally flirting with Yuri, I think, more than I intended to.
Yeah.
Antagonistically.
Plays into secret information.
Yeah,
It's fun.
exactly.
It plays
Yeah.
into redacted. Yes, this is true.
I slightly regret outing Nihil like first thing.
No regrets. I love it. That was perfect.
Like it makes sense in character. It makes sense for me. I was
loved
like
that.
No, it was funny as hell. I want to be able to interact with the rest of the group now, because Nihil has not caught on that everyone has figured it out and does not care. Nihil is just like, I really don't want to come off as like a weird cannibal to these people, so I have to deny it. And I'm like, wow. I do not think it's any problem that he did not catch on to that, because he is autistic and a little bit dumb. And he also does not want to be considered like, if you judge a situation wrong, like the worst case scenario is you're kind of fucked. But like, I want to be able to talk to, like, I have not spoken to Yuri or Laeth like this entire campaign, and I would like to change that. Maybe like 5 minutes tops. And I'm like, please, there's so much untapped potential here.
Yeah, I think we only had like maybe a couple scenes together, and then like you're rooming with Lou, but we have had very little time to actually be.
Warning about the
roommates,
spoon
yeah.
is all I got from you. I'm like, come on, we all got it. I gotta get along with like half of you, because like Moth Mom, good friend. Lou, haven't talked enough to, but want to talk a bit more. Alistair, I now want to make you all sorts of cheese. I've been researching ways to make cheese, by the way. There's all sorts of different types of cheese that I can make you now. I'm going to ask you your favorite types of cheese. I'm not joking. Ooh, let's do another mechanics question. Are there any interesting schemes you have for your character's build? Proxy has asked us. Thank you, Proxy.
Yes. There's a lot of stuff that Moth Mom hasn't used yet, or has been used because somebody had to play me, and I believe lightning was used because that's one of the secondary elements that an air kineticist can channel. I don't know. I cannot remember if it was used or not. I just remember it being something shocking was in the notes, so I'm assuming it was. either way, I have way cooler ways to use it. And
Sure.
I'm just waiting for more appropriate settings because she would not bust out lightning unless needed. Lightning is quite literally very flashy. So she would rather not have to use it all the time. Motham also has a bite attack. She has active fangs that could work. And also as a monk, that means she hits very well with the bite attack. And I'm truthfully, me and her, we were never gonna bite any of those fucking zombies. That I would require a tetanus shot that we wouldn't need to be able to give me. You know what I mean? That's how I get ghoul fever. Like,
Actually,
goodness.
tetanus is found mostly in the dirt and in the ground. It's not transmitted through living creatures.
They're not living, Tick.
It's living enough, okay?
No, it's
I
not.
got my tetanus shot recently because I stabbed myself. I had to Google this for like 25 minutes.
We fought a golem, like a fully bronzed out golem. Like, I could have bit it.
Ow.
That would get you tetanus. That would get you tetanus.
Yeah,
Or a
exactly.
broken tooth.
Exactly. Like, I'm not about that, and neither is she. We were both grossed out about. All of my characters will forever be grossed out about things like sewers and poor hygiene. I don't care. Feel bad if you want to. It's just gonna happen. And yeah, I'm looking for ways to bite people because that I will hit. I will most likely hit, and it's hilarious.
I'm glad I wasn't the one that said.
We were all thinking it. I just had to say it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to trick magic items. There's 3 things I'm excited about. Tricking magic items. I don't know if I've talked to Aubrey. I was originally going to go scroll trickster wizard so that I could do like all of the scrolls. But I think I'm in probably season 3 going to pick up Eldritch Archer because I think it works really cool with Investigator. And I'm excited for I failed my check to see if I can attack. I'm going to cast a spell instead, which I haven't been able to do since I picked up any good attack cantrips.
My favorite ability. Nuh-uh.
Get good.
I have so many plans. I have spent hours planning out every level up in multiple directions so that it is efficient and effective and works well. But mostly I'm gunning for level 13. There's one thing that happens at level 13. It is the only thing I want. I don't care about everything between level 1 and 13, whatever. It's cool. I don't care. I want the one thing at level 13, and it's not even class related. I want it so bad. If Aubrey stops this campaign at level 12, I will quit the podcast. I will be so mad.
I have lots of schemes and plans, especially because I think Blood Hunter and Gunslinger is a very fun combination for me specifically. But I think at level 8, there is a lot of really fun Blood Hunter stuff that I'm having trouble trying to choose. But it's going to very much lean into how I do combat with Eurideux. And then once I get more Gunslinger feats, I think recently I got one that now that I'm not worried about shooting a gun in a place because I'll attract hordes of ghouls. And I think I'm not gonna say that, it's season 2 stuff. So I'm just excited to be able to shoot guns now. Don't take that out of context, please. Alyssa.
Yeah, I have only planned out through level 8, but I think that I love Dandy as my archetype. I think that it has a lot of very fun, cool, sexy things. I am also very excited to get into a second archetype because some of the new ones are also very cool.
Heck.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I have not planned literally anything past the current level we're at right now. I'm winging it by the seat of my pants because I don't know what's going on. I just want my one goal is cook good, and anything that lets me cook good, I am taking. That's it.
That tracks. It tracks.
Yeah.
I also am not I have not planned. I can't plan them out. When I try to, I get like really, really into it. I had like 3 different versions of like Moth Mom sheets before we started, and then I made 5, and then I went back to 3. But those 3 were not the original 3. And I made everybody vote 3 separate times. Like, I swear to God, I made you guys vote for me to pick, and then I didn't choose your votes. Normally I do. So like I can't plan these things out. I can plan out specific things like maybe ancestry feats. Like, I know what I want to do for 5 because I have to change the character sheet anyways. So like that's different. Right? But yeah, I don't plan out for Moth. I really can't plan out for Gravewing. Oh boy. She changes too much.
Was that everyone?
I think that's everybody. Yeah.
All right. I am going to go with one
Didn't
from
you already
Rue.
ask too? Oh no, Aubrey asked too.
I'm going to go with one from Rue. Thanks, Rue, for sending in multiple questions. I'm going to leave 2 specifically for not me to ask. For all the players, if your character would get transported into a story with the completely wrong genre for them to be in, what genre would they be in? How would they react to being trapped there, and what would they be willing to do to get out?
That's just the game for Nihil right now. What do you mean? I do not want to be in this genre. Put me in the fucking cooking school anime. I don't want to be here. I don't even think I can get out. I'm just doing my best. That's my answer. I already done. It's not my genre.
Every time I think about this, I think about very specific examples. So I think Gravewing would be in a messy political intrigue court drama like Bridgerton. I think she would hate it because her role would be probably a maid or something. So that means she's actively breaking a lot of dumb laws. That she, not only does she has no issue with breaking the law, it's the fact that she has to do it for very in her case, very like unnecessary reasons, because she wants to blend in and stay out of sight. And being, if she were in the role of a maid in a messy political, that means she's getting with a rich person and then actively breaking classism to stay with them. And she doesn't want to do this, not because she wants to break classism or anything like that. She doesn't want to do it if it means that she has to fall in love and get married, because that's usually the end goal. She has to fall in love and get married. All the while, her actual job is on the line, because obviously, like, if it was a rich man, he's not suffering anything. He's actually not suffering anything. And that's so annoying. She would be peeved and annoyed. She doesn't like it. Goodness, she wouldn't even be able to wear breathable clothing. She would hate it. She would hate it so much. She would really, really hate it. Oh my God, she might jump into the river and then remember that she can swim. Like, she'd be so upset. Oh God. Yeah, that's Moth Mom.
The wrong genre for Laeth would be her being transported into like a very sweet and wholesome like high school show, or like Friends whatever show, and she would turn it into Riverdale.
Close enough. Welcome back, Heartstopper.
I don't know why, but I was thinking the worst thing that Alistair could be transformed to, or like whatever the verb is.
Transported?
My first thought after going through that would kind of fit that. I imagine Alistair getting stuck in an Otome game.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're reminding me of the pigeon doing simulator.
Yeah, it's a Hatoful boyfriend or
Wonderful
whatever.
boyfriend. Yeah, I have like 200 hours on it.
Yeah, I like as one of the male love interests and just being so completely confused and out of place and having no idea what to do. And like
Alistair's the secret route.
The class hamster never looked. Well, it's so gross, but that's how I see you. That's how I see your route starting. You're an actual class pet, but when you're alone with the protagonist, you turn into a hot man.
No.
That sounds like the plot of an Adam Sandler movie. I'm gonna completely honest with you.
There's literally
Is that why Aki you like it so much?
what? Why do
Kid
I like
said it
it?
sounds like the plot of an Adam Sandler movie.
It could be, but no, it's because there is a gay Otome game where the main character gets like super high off of cough syrup because they have a fever and they took too much, and then they date their goldfish, who
Okay,
becomes a
my God.
gigantic
Okay.
hot man, but the face is still a fish.
Huh.
that's right up there with that new game and dating your ennui.
Anyways, not to get off topic.
What about you,
Lulu, I
Dusty?
think is next.
I think Eurideux in the sports anime would be very fun. Put Eurideux in Haikyuu.
Would he just straight up murder people for the sport?
If they pissed him off enough, yes. That's how Eurideux gets kicked out, and they join a team filled with punchy rebels that like have to like keep getting in trouble for beating up their opponents. Which I guess is now just another Adam Sandler movie.
Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah,
That's what Eurideux sounds like.
Which one?
It's an anime called Tokyo Revengers.
I've never.
It's not that similar in plot, but I think Eurideux would fit in very well with that, and then the plot twist would get you.
Oh no, Lou.
So I have been racking my brain since I read this question like a few days ago. And the problem is I don't think there is a wrong genre for Lou because she's a cross-genre individual. Like you pop her in a romance, she's gonna love it. You put her in a horror story, already there, baby. You put her in like some cute cooking show, she'll be bad at it, but she's gonna have a good time. A mystery? Yeah, let's go. Sci-fi would be the weirdest thing for her, but even that I think she would adapt to pretty well. I don't know what the wrong genre is for Lou.
A very
want-
serious,
Like a really-
videos.
a very
like-
serious documentary about socks.
How it's made videos.
You like socks.
I want to see Lou in the Great British Bake Off.
Oh my gosh.
And
She would
have
have
to
a
deal
blast, but she'd be bad at it.
with Paul Hollywood.
Or something like Taskmaster.
Lou in MasterChef. Because then you
Yes.
get yelled, it's specifically the American MasterChef, because then you're getting yelled at. Lou is getting stressed out actively. I don't think Lou's gonna get knocked out immediately because there's obviously worse chefs, but Lou's gonna be in the bottom 3 times in a row. Her charisma is gonna go from whatever it is right now to a 2, and your mental stability is gonna drop even harder than whatever the fuck bag you're fumbling with Laeth, and it's just not going to be a good time. A British man's going to call you a fucking donkey, and you're just not going to have a good time. I think I think Lou's going to cry 6 times in one episode, and everybody's going to be annoyed because you're a woman and you're crying.
I think that Lou on an improv show like make some noise would be very hilarious and also very stressful for her.
I don't think
Make
she'd
some
know what to
noise.
do.
Exactly.
I genuinely don't think. I think she understands theater because she's dabbled, and I think mostly at home in a one-man show. But I don't think she understands improv.
Okay. Todd's crew, game changer, survivor, who wins?
Anything with the word survivor in it, it's Moth Mom.
I was going to say
That's
Gravely
true.
wins because no one wants to vote her out.
This is true.
For one
This is
reason
true.
or another.
Todd's
I think
Crew is
Yuri
a
gets
single
voted
camera
out
sitcom.
first.
Oh, I know another show that would be bad for Lou. Naked and Afraid. Not because you're naked, but because Naked and Afraid requires you to do lots of survival skills. And not only you've never been out of your house for most of your life.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
and they would cap you on things you're allowed to use. So if you like magically started a fire, the producers would come and put it out. And now you need to find new wood, everything.
Guys, oh wait, I can't talk about what she would do because it's not fully been talked about yet, but
guys,
she would do stuff, and that would she'd just be a feral woman in the woods then.
Farris, I would pay legitimate money to see Lou experience the Truman Show as Truman.
Oh no! Wait, I mean,
we can't talk about this.
This is a
wait,
rabbit hole.
cut that.
More questions. Someone else choose.
I already chose twice. I can't.
How
Yes.
much moths go to Moth Mom toss with a Moth Mom would toss moths? That's from Ultimate Columbo Respecter.
That is 47.
I was going to say 6.
47. You got to go super high with her because she's very, very competent.
I was
She's
going to
also
say 0 because why would you throw a moth?
to see what happens.
They
I
fly.
guess-
I mean, to be fair, you do live in a world with like cat-sized moths that eat corpses.
That's true.
This is true.
I forgot how big they are.
Let's see. Another question.
I ask a question. This one is
Yeah.
from Rue. It is, Aubrey, how long does it take you to edit an episode of Todd's? What goes into editing a podcast? Talk to us about your process.
Yeah. So usually a good way that I know how long an edit is going to take is usually an edit takes about double the amount of time that it took to record for just sort of like a base edit. I usually start off with because we record in batches. Essentially, we record 2 in a row. I toss everyone's audio files into Audition and slap all of my usual filters on everybody to eliminate background noise and make people's voices a little clearer. And then I usually go through and I segment everything. So I will take the segment the episode. So I've got, okay, this is the first episode we record. This is the second episode we record. Okay, this is our pre-roll chatter. And then if there's anything in there that I want to save, I'll save it for blooper reel stuff. And I'll do the same thing with our like break chatter. And from there, I'll usually go and go episode by episode, and I will go in and using the cutting tool, I will cut around everyone's like audio. So it also lets me like easily edit out ums and ahs if I need to. As I could just slice them right off of the thing, and then once I've done sort of my base cutting around everyone's audio, because I've been editing everyone's audio for long enough that I'm aware of what certain sounds, people's sound waves look like. So then I'll do my first listen through, and I'll usually do that at 1.5 speed. Because it's more of just like, okay, how is this flowing? And then I'll go through and I'll edit things like for just general G&G stuff. I don't do an incredibly detailed edit. I usually just sort of cut out table talk and I cut out rules talk, especially if we've covered the rule before. My general rule is like, if we have not talked about a rule before, I'll leave it in the first time, but I'll cut it any other time because I don't need to describe how grappling works for the billionth time. But other than that, then I'll do that. And then once I'm happy with that, I will do a second listen through and I'll mark while I'm doing that, I will mark music transitions, like switch like from spooky to battle music here, switch from spooky to chill music here, and then I'll go through and I'll score it. And then usually it's like for about an hour and a half episode that usually it's about 4 to 5 hours generally from start to finish. And I'll usually break that into multiple days. Like I'll spend a day where I just do like the base edits on stuff, and like I'll have the like I have a bunch of episodes for season 2 already done. I just have to go back and score them, and that I already have the notes done. So it's kind of just I go in and plug everything in, do a quick listen through to make sure the sound is balanced, and then I will also toss things in my little audio balancer, and that'll make everything sound good for when it goes up.
That's awesome.
Editing is a lot of work.
That's a ton of work.
Yeah. But thank you for sharing your process. That's only because like it's just like slightly different than mine.
Yeah.
Which is like it takes equally the same amount of time for that. And thinking of like late season Adam, I'm glad we switched to doing shorter episodes.
Oh yeah.
Who ums the most?
I honestly don't pay attention. Like the only time I ever usually for like base G&G stuff that I cut a lot of ums and ahs is if somebody's like has a sentence that they're like, I don't know where this is going, and there's a lot of filler words in it. I am editing some a different show, and that one I'm actually going through and like removing like almost 90% of all that stuff, and like for like an hour and 40-minute episode for my first pass through, it took about 5 hours.
Dang.
I was editing it in a Discord call with a friend because they wanted to know my process, and I was like, "Okay, buckle up. We're going to be here for a bit." And you're gonna hear me re-listen to, because this is one where I was like specifically cleaning up, and especially like when I did Mother May I, that's even different because that is a much more detailed edit. And some of those episodes like took upwards of 9 hours to edit.
Yeah,
yep.
wild.
I know that feel. Aki, you choose.
Let's see. Let's do Nebula's one. What was the behind the scenes planning process for pre-campaign character relationships, particularly between the cousins and Lou and Laeth? Did you get together and decide you wanted to play characters who have prior history TM first thing, or did it come about after the characters were already being formed and deciding it would fit nicely?
Kind of a mix of both. I know. Go ahead.
I think specifically the cousins thing all started as a joke because like we wanted to play characters that were related or like history. I think we all did it. Like this group specifically, we love having character relationships.
For sure.
But the touchstone for, at least for me, for Lou and Yuri is the Court of Fae and Flowers, Lou and Emily Axford. Cousin.
Yeah, we both really liked that dynamic, and we thought it would be really fun to have it with anyone at all.
I early concepts, Yuri was also really close to being bird themed.
To being what? Oh, really?
Bird themed.
That's so funny. You should have. That would have been fun. We could have been birds.
Birds of a feather flock together, eh?
Exactly.
Bird cousins would have a Bria coming after you. Just too similar.
Yeah. But I think that's how it worked out. And I mean, I think for all of us, we started talking about this during season 4 of recording Box still. Because we were talking about Noxlight for a while.
At least a year in advance.
Yeah.
Of recording it.
We had a lot of time to go over character ideas.
And change ideas, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Lou and Laeth, it was it worked out. Like there was like a half joke that was dropped in the chat, and then we're like, well, but what if actually? And then we committed to the bit, which is how a lot of this sort of stuff happens, I think, is we drop a joke, but like, are we joking? Like, what if it was real though? Like, it would be funny as a joke, but also, what if?
Yeah.
JK, unless. Can I talk about like a smaller but slightly sillier like connection? The reason why, like low-key, the reason why Gravewing and Nihil are such good friends, and I mentioned, I was like, hey, I work at this restaurant. If any of you guys want to be like frequent visitors, let me know. And Aki was like, yes. You use spices. I'm here. And I was like, yes. And that's how I know one person in this group. And I'm like, yes. Laeth canonically goes there only for the alcohol and the secrets, and that makes Nihil
mad. So I was the first one to figure out who I was fucking playing. And that's solely because Aubrey mentioned throwing in the Bug family. The Bug family are long-lasting OCs between the two of us. And when I say long-lasting, I mean like back to the prehistoric ages of before the podcast, where like how Bach was the very first, like originally a D&D campaign that a lot of us played in. The campaign we played afterwards was a modern day superhero thing. And that's why Moth Mom is a vigilante. Is because we were like still superheroes, right? And you're like, yes, technically still superheroes. So vigilantes. Like we just had to alter a lot of things to make it work because there were still like a lot of characters fit the same thing. And Moth Mom in particular was originally a Hornet. Also known as Hornet. And if you're really prehistoric, then we also play a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game, like a 1-shot or 2-shot.
It was like a 2-shot, yeah.
Yeah, like so many fucking years ago. And I played Hornet. Hornet is Moth Mom. There's a lot of changes that happened, including how edgy shit got. Because Hornet is a different type of edgy, and Moth Mom is also a very different type of edgy. I think Moth Mom is way easier to stomach and like than Hornet.
Wait, sorry, interruption, but also interjection. Spoilers also. Didn't you kill my mom in that game?
I killed your mom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's relevant context. You killed my mom in that game.
You'd be surprised how many people's mothers I seem to kill.
Yeah,
I
went to the town. I'm kidding. That's a spoiler. I can't say that.
But yeah, a lot of stuff like that happened. I was originally supposed to play way different concept characters, but then Aubrey dangled that, and we said let's make it work. So like, yeah, I knew exactly who I was playing, and I did not want any close ties unless somebody else wanted to commit to vigilantism as well, since I had such a strong visual for what I wanted. Children included, by the way. The children are important. They were always important from the start. And technically, one of the kids is like the character I played in the second home game campaign that we ever played. So that one is very important to me as well. Whom Alyssa dated. Alyssa played another character, and you dated that one. That was hilarious.
It was a mask game, yeah.
Yeah, a mask one shot. I don't know if that ever got out of Patreon, but
if we TPK except for Moth Mom, we all just play Moth Mom's kids.
You could. Yeah,
they're babies.
There are enough of them, but yeah, no.
That's my third backup character. Actually, is one of Moth Mom's kids. I'm not kidding now. Wait, hold on. Let me cook.
Yeah, no, and right around the time you were doing that, I was doing a replay of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is probably like one of my favorite of the like change in how the games work. I really liked the London map and like the sort of like, it's honestly just Victorian Batman simulator. And that was just like, it was giving me a lot of inspiration when I was doing a lot of the writing. So yeah, it's like, because I had the idea to like put in like fun little vigilantes because it's fun. And then we just went, but what if?
Another thing for me, I don't remember how far it got, but Dustin, was a little bit unaware of the Laeth connection as well. I knew because I was talking to Alyssa because we talk to each other a lot. Surprise. That I was like, okay, let's have a characters that have beef with each other because we have our other characters redacted. Figure that out. But I think we were fresh off of MMI first season, and like having beef with Alyssa's characters is very fun. So I think my confusion in episode 1, where like I was like, "What do you mean you two know each other?" was very legitimately me saying, "What do you mean you two know each other?"
Alyssa took that beef one step above what they had to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Alyssa went, Laeth went straight up and she's being like, "Nah, I fucked your cousin."
And it was all about Eurideux, not about Lou at all.
That would track for Lou's luck in life.
No, my sweet girl.
Another rejection she's unaware of.
But sort of related to this question, this is a question from Alyssa that isn't on this list. What sort of character touch points do you have for your characters, like inspirations, media touch points?
I can go because I already said 2 of them and it makes sense because I love character touchstones a lot so people can understand what my thought process is and when and what my blends are like, because there's a lot of shit that happens and I want people to get it so bad. So I already said God of War Kratos and God of War Freya. Those 2 are very good touchstones for like what Moth Mom is right now, if I'm being honest. Cassandra Cain from Batman, DC Comics. Not Birds of Prey, the movie. The comic books specifically, where she is usually mute and very traumatized and then magically is forced to learn English. That one. Also, Mizu from Blue Eye Samurai. That's also where I got the glasses idea from, specifically because I wanted something covering Mothman's eyes a lot in her civilian look, and I don't know why I didn't think about the glasses thing until I saw that fucking show. And there we go. God, there's a couple more, but that I can't think about off the top of my head because they're so weird. But you gotta understand that a lot of Slay the Princess, like Princess from Slay the Princess, is in Moth Mom. A lot of it is there. And then Moth Mom also has Bruce Lee. And specifically the Chinese American activists and forms of protest all fit within Moth Mom's general concept and design, which is great and hilarious. I've mentioned poor Batman. Batman's obviously a touchstone, but he needs to be poor and scared. But a lot of Batman's also in it. I think that's all of them. No, there is one more. Eileen from Bloodborne. That is the one that goes Hunter. A hunter is a hunter. Like that woman. The hunter must hunt. That bitch all over my girl. Goodness gracious. Yeah. I think that's it. I've hit all my touchstones, but like Moth Mom is very troubled. It's the best way to put it. Very troubled. Has had a very troubled life. Will continue to have troubles, but is learned, hopefully, or experienced.
I'm going to piggyback off of that because when the campaign was pitched, it took me a while to land on vibes. I knew I wanted to be cursed, That's kind of about it. And so a lot of it is a lot of Bloodborne is in Eurideux, like a lot of it. If you listen to this, hopefully you listen to all of season 1 of Todd's, but like down to Vicar Amelia, that transformation, that whole character concept, and Vicar, like Lawrence Vicar or whatever, down with like the horns when I decided it was going to be cursed, and all that, which is like tying in with the cousins and all that. Like also that's why I did. I wanted to do something with blood because Bloodborne is, blood, and that and the how monster hunting was a combination of that and Van Helsing. But there's also a lot of Cassian Andor from Andor is in there. A lot of it is probably not apparent in season 1, and probably like ongoing. You may not see some of that, but like the character drive and all that stems from Andor a lot in how I play Eurideux, even down to like yes, obviously Yuri is a man of means. They have means, but they're attempting to do something about it, even if it's not very readily apparent, and even if people don't like them about it. The last one is one that I put into reference stock for character art. It's just Transmask Father Gaskia from Bloodborne. That's really a big touchstone as well.
Gascoigne.
Not Gaskia?
Yeah. No, Gascoigne.
I'm not Italian, so yeah, that I like, even while making the thing, I literally put that in there, and I put it in the joke for Aki to see later that yes, is like, oh yeah, they're just Transmask. Also, like,
I love it so much.
Yeah, Yuri is Transmask. I don't think it's come up in the actual show. I mean, it's not for many reasons. You don't see Yuri shirtless a lot, but they are Transmask.
Wow, Yuri, get good. You saw
Yeah,
Laeth,
please
like
change that. I want to see
immediately.
Yuri shirtless. I'm glad I was muted, but please, I want to see Yuri's tits.
They don't have any.
Men can have tits. How often
They
do I have
don't.
to
They
say
were
this?
cut off.
Listen, I want to see his chest then, okay?
That's
Listen,
better.
whenever like
Pectorals.
whenever like men have like any muscle on their chest, I call it their boobs, to clarify. I want to see Yuri's muscular, like Kratos, massive titties. I want to
but Kratos doesn't have top scars.
Them, you know, like
Does he?
I should not say things like that about Astrea's brother, but listen, man.
Oh, that Kratos.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I assumed you meant God of War Kratos.
So
and I was
did
like,
I.
yeah.
I was
have
also
never
nodding
played God of
along
War. I don't know
too.
what that guy looks like. I only know Kratos, Blood of Kings.
I got you, Tick. I got you. Also, I did forget one touchstone, a very important one. Tefiti from Moana is Moth Mom.
Yeah.
Well,
For Laeth, it is a bunch of really cool people. So there's like Darren from Wrath of the Righteous. There's like Sylvain from Fire Emblem Three Houses. There's Dean Winchester from the CW hit show Supernatural. And I was thinking of this for Farris related reasons, but I think that Lucy Westenra is like the anti-Laeth, and that does like sort of fit into it as well, though.
I can give you a new touchdown, and I already have several times in your DMs as I read through that book.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Specifically Iris, like Lucy, but Iris. You'll know. You have to read it, and then you'll know.
The Dean Winchester comparison takes me out every time.
That one hits me like a brick, precisely because I just get launched back to those days.
You're welcome.
What
Thanks.
about Lou? What's Lou's touchstones?
Oh boy. I'm fairly sure I can say all of these. I'm going to, and you can assume what you want to assume. We all know she's cool. Hey, that's my microphone. That's my microphone. You and your powerful little tail, just knocking things off the table. Anyway, my cat says hi. Okay, so let's see here. We start with, some of these are contradictory, but they make sense, I swear. Ida the Owl Lady from Owl House. Also, Lilith Clawthorn from Owl House. Yes. If you haven't seen Owl House, spoilers, I guess. Yes, they're sisters. Yes, they're very opposite people, but they both make sense in different ways. Charlie Morningstar from Has Been Hotel, do not at me. Belle from Beauty and the Beast, also the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. It works, I promise. Also, just slightly, not nearly as strongly, but also a tiny bit of Vicar Amelia from Bloodborne, because Bloodborne reference has to get in here somewhere, and that's the one that appeals to me. Also, Your Forger from Spy X Family for reasons. No, you see it, you get it, you understand. Okay. And then lastly, Sabriel from Sabriel, because that's the whole reason I picked a thaumaturge. Okay. That's why she's a thaumaturge. Okay. Sorry, tail in my mouth, my open mouth. Yeah, that's all of them. I will not be elaborating. I don't think I need to. I think you understand. I think you see the vision with every single one of those. And if you don't, I'll elaborate privately.
Tick and Sparlock.
I'm gonna put Sparlock on the fence here because I'm still trying to think if I actually have any.
Yes, you do. You have a very clear one that we used in advertising purposes.
Okay, but that's not a touchstone because I don't know much about that series. I've not been using that as actual character.
Leos?
Listen, okay. Fucking Venom? I
No,
don't care.
Leos from Dungeon Meshi.
Leos came after we started Tyrant of the Dark Star.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Still
still character
touchstone.
touchdown.
You know what? Sure, whatever. Sparlock, you go first while people decide my choices for me.
I don't think in character touchstones. Yeah, I don't generally think in character touchstones. I generally think in more specific, like general archetypes.
I mean, archetypes work too.
Although the one that's calling to me right in this moment, just because it's the most recent thing, is it Cassandra from, like, I think actually originally Cassandra from Mythology, but I am thinking the newer Netflix show.
Chaos?
Yes.
I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that.
Same.
Like, little bit crazy, but a lot of right. My original thought was, what if a conspiracy theorist was right and not racist? Because that second part was very important, because a lot of conspiracy theories tend to go down that type of route. But I wanted someone that was respectable.
So Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls.
I have not seen Gravity Falls, unfortunately.
Trust me, bro.
No, yeah.
No, it tracks.
Honestly, both of them. I would argue both for different reasons.
Both of them, yeah, for
Both
sure.
stands, yeah.
What do you call it? Alistair also gives me Detective Pikachu vibes. For very obvious reasons, but also like every time we walk around, I do just imagine that Alistair is filling in like the noise with random thoughts or songs. So I don't know why. I just picture you just, like being like those Scriabins. What about the Scriabin? I don't even know how to spell. Like, I just think about you doing stuff like that.
I might have to steal that, because I definitely feel the Detective Pikachu vibes.
with the coffee. I don't know if Alistair drinks coffee. Tick, did you have any, or do you also
I
same
can't put any
vibe?
more time, but okay. This is something that Aki will personally feel in her bones. For my sake, more of like pity for me. My touchstone is technically all of the fucking alien symbiote D&D characters that I consistently keep trying to play, but constantly have the games canceled to the point where I could not play a single one. As Aki, who played in most of these games, watched me bleed my eyes out trying to play the one trope I really wanted to play.
I'm gonna give Tick 2 more touchstones because obviously we know Venom, but instead of Leos, I raise you Senshi.
True.
You know what?
But
Yeah.
for the youngins. Except I'm the youngin.
Yeah, except you're the youngins, but you are so determined to cook for us, and everybody in Dungeon Meshi has autism. Senshi has autism as well, because the only Senshi cares about a lot of things, but 90% of Senshi's screen time is cooking. 5% is fan service. The other 5% is figuring out his backstory the last 2 episodes. Nihil is Senshi. Nihil is white Senshi.
Yeah.
Okay, we are coming to the end of things. Thank you, everyone who submitted a question. I know we didn't get to all of them, but there are some really great ones that I hope you enjoy our answers. And for our last question, I'm going to kind of combine 2 that are in here, both from Proxy. It is without spoiling, what kind of things are you guys looking forward to and fear the most coming up in season 2? And Aubrey, you've made the party suffer so much already! Exclamation point. What is inspiring your new methods of misery in upcoming seasons? Bloodborne.
Fear?
Is that your methods of misery?
I just replay Bloodborne for new ideas.
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine, and everything's gonna work out for us.
Get this woman away from the computer screen. Stat.
Things I'm looking forward to in season 2. I want to see Alistair use magic so bad.
True.
All the kinds of magic. We've been building up to it. I want it so bad, actually. I want Lou to straight up fucking murder someone who doesn't deserve it. I want it to be an accident, or it could even be on purpose. And then I want you to feel really bad about it. I don't want you to be okay with it. In fact, I want you to pray to your God and she doesn't answer. And that's how bad I want something. So I want that to happen to Luke, because I'm very curious as to what will happen afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already know how the party's gonna handle it. I can guess, but I want to know how Lou's gonna handle it, because there's a lot of ways it can go. And I just want to make sure that all the bad things happen first. I want Laeth and Nadia to meet up. I want that to happen in season 2, because I want it to be early so we don't have the resources or answers that she might need. So I want Laeth to basically struggle. I want Yuri to have a good season, actually. I would like Yuri to have a break, so that way when season 3 comes around and it's nothing but torment, it'll be hilarious. But I want Yuri to have a good time. Maybe Yuri, I don't know, make some money. Says sorry to some people and they forgive him, and then you actually are super chill for a bit. I don't know. Be have get new shoes. I want good stuff to happen to Yuri, so when season 3 bad stuff happens, it hurts more. And it makes the fresh water taste like copper. I'm ready for that. I want Moth Mom to find more information about her family. Please. That's me asking at this point. And Nihil, I want Nihil to make a friend that's outside of the party.
Impossible. Absolutely not.
It's an impossible challenge, but I would like you to find if you're Leos, I want you to find a freak like Kabaru badly.
Can I make a teaser statement?
Mm-hmm.
I do have a doctor that's a friend. I do have a doctor. I have a medical professional that Aubrey, I'm not letting you forget about.
I just want you to have an
NPC friend.
Yeah,
that they are your no, I don't know. Fuck the doctor and whoever that is. Another NPC that becomes friend. Your friend. Yeah, I don't not a Prius, not someone that you're like, I made this friend, that's my friend. No. Like fucking one of Yuri's exes, you just somehow are their friend. Like we meet them and then you're both like, so cooking?
I think that would be very fun.
Aubrey, make more autistic NPCs and this will be doable, okay?
You meet one in season 2.
Aubrey's like Googling frantically how to play autism. The list just says they get along with other autistic people really quickly.
Yeah, those are my wants. No, I got one more want actually. I want more Tyrant shit, actually. I've made a headcanon of what the Tyrant sounds like. And so I would like the Tyrant to do more things.
Does anyone else imagine the Tyrant as the moon from Majora's Mask?
No, but now that you said
visually?
That you're cooking.
Fear. Instead of 3 days, we have redacted.
It's just going really slowly. It's fine.
I want to see more messy gays, specifically the 2 messy gays. I want some backstory plot beats that I'm keeping very secret, even from most of you, to come up. I want to see Moth Mom just like have to beat up 17 like grown adult men without even blinking. I want to see Schism and Alistair get along. Not Nihil and Alistair.
Yes.
Schism and Nihil and Alistair. I want Lou to be scary. I want Lou to be scary. For redacted reasons. Also, I just want more of my exes to come up because I have this rollable table for something. Maybe you'll see some of them. I want to see more of them, though. I want Eurideux to reap the consequences of their actions.
I want to know what's going on with the Wizard Tower.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see the Wizard Tower coming, and I'm very excited. I also want to see Nihil, Schism, and Alistair. Like, I can see that trio.
I want Schism and Alyssa to be so friends now that Dusty has brought it up. I'm like, that would be so fun.
It would be very fun.
There was one more thing. Oh, yes. I want revenge on the Scriabins.
Yes.
It's very personal.
Yes.
Just because I really like the name.
I also want Alistair to get revenge on the Scriabins. And I want some social stuff, like parties or infiltration or social intrigue.
Affairs.
Yeah.
I'm already getting everything I want, so.
But what is it? No, actually, now you said that.
I can't say because we've already recorded it. Or we're about to. One of the two. We're either about to record it or we already have. I would like a conversation to happen. I would like 3 conversations to happen, actually. 2 of which have. 1 of which might be about to. Probably not tonight. Heaven knows not tonight, because I am more concerned about other things. But maybe soon. And I would like certain things that are happening tonight to go well. I want that to be resolved in a pleasant and positive manner. But no, I also second. I want to throw the commoners into noble world. I want them to have to be at like a fancy soiree and figure it out. I want that. I think that'd be fun. That'd be very fun. And that's all the big stuff. That's the stuff that matters, I think. I also want things to go badly for Lou, so
Yeah, of course. I'm very excited for many of the season 2 things. I've teased it a little bit in tweets and in the season, but there is a rebellion system that I have adapted from an older version of Pathfinder. Thankfully, the show Find the Path did a kind of a more faithful to 1E's 2E adaptation, because it itself is like has a level thing, which I stripped it back and tried to make it a little bit more simple. But I'm very excited because it's a thing I've been workshopping for a really long time, and I was like, I want to see this in action. I want to use this in action. I want to let you all build your own rebellion, and I'm very excited that that's going to be a part of season 2 and beyond. But I hope you enjoyed our season 1 talk back. And join us next week for the start of season 2. It's going to be fun. We'll see you all later.